Ah, come on. What sounds a goat make? Ah! All right, Cody, where are we at? Powerhouse Trailhead?
Powerhouse Trailhead, Lamoille Canyon, distance from the house.
This is Cody's backyard. Cody is one of the guys that picked me up on the 4th of July, fed me steak and beer, got me to take a day off, and now he's gonna join me for a couple of days. Show me his stomping ground.
This is all new to me. We've never been this way.
This is his first time stomping here.
Stomped elsewhere.
Yeah, he stomped elsewhere, but basically skirt the side of the rubies here for a day. Did the crest, and now we're gonna skirt the side. Well, Lamoille's here, so we'll just be doing their Soldier Creek.
Right on.
I said, Blaze eats dirt. Would you eat dirt, Colton? And he's like, yep. And I was like, you would? And he's like, yep.
That's what minerals are. That's my boy.
It's like, okay. Yeah, that still blows me away that you guys mentioned the Perchettis and I met. Well, no, and then that was funny because you said, oh, I was like, yeah, it was Alex Perchetti, but then you guys are like, no, he wasn't a Perchetti, he married into it. So what are you saying? He took her last name?
I don't know.
I mean, because that was his last name, so you locked it, right? I don't want anyone to get to that banana.
They're gonna find a real score if they get it. He is heavy enough. That's his question.
Yeah. And we got ourselves a bit of a view.
Rocks and mountains blow my mind that way. Big old protruding tectonic plates.
Geology in action.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, man.
We got a scalpel too.
Ooh, just take it off.
Yeah, a little bit of self-surgery. Yeah, you can't beat bear for sheer entertainment value, even if his survival, I don't know, advice isn't, maybe the best. Well, I'm just gonna jump off this 90-foot waterfall. And the key to doing this is to put your feet together and enter the water in this way. It's like, no, I think I'll just go around the waterfall. And then him eating the bugs and just watching his reactions and stuff is classic. And he said it like 6 times. I just need to grab my lasso. That's when you sell out, is when you start doing Walmart commercials.
No doubt.
And he's like, if you could need survival gear, head down to Walmart and pick up yourself an Ozark Trail tent for $15. It's like, sorry, Bear, that's terrible advice.
It almost looks like over there there's a line on that second knoll straight across. But
yeah, I can't quite tell yet where it goes.
who knows, this is probably going to take us up Lamoille. There's been a lawsuit from it's like 50, 60 years old to where they've been fighting the federal government on whether or not they can open range.
Yeah.
And a lot of the reason is because of the split hoof and, hey, it destroys the environment. But yeah, long story short, that if you're curious about it, look up the Hage family out of Monitor Valley.
Okay.
And, up Pine Creek Ranch, etc. But now, they 5th generation, 4th generation is no longer growing. No more cows. They're done.
You mean up Pine Creek?
Yep, Pine Creek.
Because I saw plenty of cows up Pine Creek.
There's a certain spot where they still have them.
They were at 11,000 feet, like literally shitting at the source right up at right below Mount Jefferson.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It used to be like the whole Monitor Valley was open range, and it's even more wild for me to have grown up down there and to know the Hage family and watch them no longer be able to raise cattle. And
so that's that big ranch right before you get to Pine Creek then. Yeah, I passed right by there. In fact, is there a guy named Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lane Hage.
Oh, it's just funny because we talk about this stuff and you know all these people that I'm talking about.
It's pretty crazy. Small
Yeah,
world out there.
it's a very small world. See, there's that's a Currant right there.
There's my ass walking up Taylor Creek.
Maybe it'll take us to the middle of nowhere, which is the furthest place from somewhere.
Got water?
Yeah, I hear it. There's gotta be good flow down there. Yeah, seems like a good break spot. It's like a mini version of where you want to go swimming right there. It's like a Hawaii type, you know? It's just gotta be bigger.
I'd still lay in it if I was not.
Just get out your action figure toy and just. Well, at least the trail is well cleared. You know, there's that. We do have that going for us. It's a major bonus of this trail. Believe it or not, the game trails just alone have been really, really good. Yeah, it's amazing how animals know. They're just really good at like taking the perfect route around a mountain, around a high point. And check it out, a bearing tree. I see all these wild horses out here, and I kind of thought back on that episode too. I'm like, well, maybe if I could just tame this horse, I could ride him out. It's almost as if no one hikes this. It also seems like rattlesnake country. Once we make it around Talbot, it should be a little bit straighter progress. Futurama, how he says robot. Robot. You listen here, robot. Tell that, robot.
Yeah, a lot of the native grasses will get beaten out by cheatgrass. And so you were saying, you know, if it burns skin like it did, then we're in for it.
Well, you got to do the bushwhackers walk now. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you whack bushes. I don't know what we're gonna do on that side. Nice canyon, though.
It's a beautiful canyon.
She's a beaut. Oh, crotch duster.
Yeah, those are close. This is what gets you.
Hey, I was gonna say. Okay. Yeah, it's good to be tall, huh? Yes, cow, I hear you.
Hello.
That was a scraper. But you know, I came out of it with the scent of sage. Yeah, it's even got a little switchback going on here. Animals know how to do it.
Talbot Creek. Where did this come from? It would have been neat if there was a trail up, but sure.
I mean, there were signs for a trail. I didn't see a trail. Yeah.
A long haul up there, though. That's all right. We'll get there when we get there.
Won't be as bad as you think. Good deal. Wow, it's a nice creek.
Yeah, it's nice because that's easy fishing.
How's your grazing going today? Boy, you look delicious. Yeah, you with the white face. He's all standoffish. He's like, are you talking to me? Jeez. This is nasty. Oh my God. Try and step on the base of the trees and, you know, like knock them down with your foot. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, you got it. Yep. Hey, I'm just glad you got the full experience.
Fuck that, huh?
Yeah. Welcome to my nightmare, my friend. As cool as a mountain stream. Oh, that's Coors Light.
Still, I would take either.
Drew a little bit of blood on this bushwhack. So what do you think, man?
My man.
What do you think of hiking in Nevada? What's your opinion? Would you recommend?
Yeah, you're a fool not to.
Yeah.
Look where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, risk versus reward. Nobody needs to look up there and what we came through to get here.
Exactly.
It's a little thick, but
yeah,
disappeared.
I highly recommend it to everybody.
I really do. If you're tough enough to bushwhack, bring a machete. No, it's beautiful.
See, I say bring Edward Scissorhands as a you know.
Wouldn't that be slick?
Yeah, he could just chop his way through.
Come on, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, man.
Now the best part about here is the fact that, like, as a crow flies, if we follow this up, we'd be in something just gnarly, something beautiful, a glacial lake that we could catch native fish, and the Ruby Mountains are special that way. That's what's so cool about it here.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, how long did it take us to drive to the trailhead? It's 9 minutes. So we're blessed to be that close.
For sure. Here we are, man. Road is our salvation. For now. Until the next nightmare bushwhack. That feels good. That feels really good. Walking fence line. Everybody's favorite. Okay, so we're on the right path. Skunk Cabbage Farm.
On this, that four-wheeler would be a little old road.
Well, shit, you might as well just cross now. It's like where the rattlesnakes and black widows and shit live. I'll just start bringing them down. Things we go through to maintain dry shoes. This is not the thru-hiker way. Yeah, she's a bit wobbly. Oh, she's a floater. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Well, I got one dry shoe out of one wet shoe out of the deal. Welcome to the other side.
Always have a good base. And then the only other thing I do is I try to, like, pull one foot and jump.
Yeah, keep
like
away from it. Makes sense. That's where you don't want to fall.
Yeah, you just
Your leg
castrate yourself.
twist it off there.
Whoa. My man. There's probably goats all over that shit.
I didn't see a single goat the whole time I was out on doing the Ruby Crest Trail. It was an extended period of goatlessness.
That sucks. That is some backcountry though.
Playing with my shadow.
You got more dexterity than I do.
We're hoping to find a camp somewhere along this creek here. And it's actually a pretty solid creek, to be honest. Oh yeah, this might take a toll on your knees to just hop across, but. Oh, okay, we got a chopper coming, so I don't have to worry about my knee. There we go. At least I'll have it on tape. No, he's got those long legs. He's gonna see, look, like a gazelle. Cody made it through day one. We did a lot of shitty bushwhacking. And he handled it like a champ, and now we got this nice Ruby Mountain backdrop. Babbling Creek, only feet away. Okay, I like ice cream and I'll eat bananas, but adding banana does not enhance ice cream. You're making ice cream worse by putting banana on it. I mean, isn't that right?
I agree with you.
There's no way that anybody's like, you know what would make this ice cream better? A banana.
It's so many people though. I'm like, and then you put 2 cherries and some weird syrup. I'm like, What are you guys doing? You're doing this all wrong.
Yeah.
Chocolate dip this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, if you want to make ice cream better, you add chocolate to it, or, you know, bacon. Have you ever had bacon ice cream?
Yeah, that's like as good as a maple bar.
Yeah. So what sounds a goat make?
It's about as close as it gets, man.
Man, you actually got some deep pools over here. Yeah, they always leave the hoofs. Nobody wants to eat the hoof.
You never know. It could have been a rancher. You know, it was some deer and they dumped it out here.
It's like, man, them deer have been harassing my cows. That's some clear water, boy. You should jump in right now. You're in the prime position to jump in, too.
I am. What a nice little spot.
Sure is, man.
You're about as ripe as you're ever going to get.
Currant, huh?
Currant.
Currant?
Or a currant. You can taste sugar content.
Yeah, they're kind of bland.
They are very bland. It's like a mulberry of the desert. That's good for jam. That's what the
Jamming out.
grandma used to make.
Grandma likes to jam out, huh?
Grandma jams.
Well, shit, man, you got to be pretty happy. You did 20 miles in basically 24 hours. Yeah, man, good for you.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
That's a good job. 20.
for having me.
Seriously, man, for somebody who's not used to doing that kind of mileage, is actually pretty impressive.
I'm pretty sore, but it worked out this morning. Survival pizza on the
Yeah,
way.
survival pizza.
How are you? Good to see you.
You too.
How goes it, man?
Oh, it's going good.
Yeah.
It was among some of the worst stuff that I did on the trail, but it was a shorter segment of it, so
Okay.
at least we weren't doing it for 5 miles. But yeah,
Still.
he got the full experience.
Bushwhack.
A little bit of all of it. Yeah.
What is this?
That's a sitting pad.
What does it do?
You sit on it.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced.
Sounds like a cow salesman to me.
Well, you know they got kid carriers that you can. You know,
I had one. It's just a little small now.
poor kid doing that bushwhack, man. He's gonna take the brunt of all that force. It's like, close your eyes, bud.
And hell, I caught 11 bass, so you can't complain about that. but
Double
still,
digits is still pretty good.
Yeah, I know, and nobody can get back that.
Thank you.
Right.
So it's like their own private back door. That's
Pretty much.
just
Yeah, they control the canyon head there.
true.
Yep.
That's the bad thing about this country compared to the diamonds or where you're at in the monitors. You go anywhere
Honestly,
you
even
want
in the
to.
diamond.
Yeah.
You gonna be in the picture, bud?
Well, friend, I don't know when I'll see you again.
Yeah,
But
man.
please get a hold of me the next time you're in Nevada, or if you need
Hey, I'm
anything.
gonna be here for another couple
Yeah,
weeks.
right,
So
there
you
you
know
go.
what I'm, man. I'm gonna
Right.
be just walking around the desert. So.
Have fun. This is
Hey, take care of yourself.
Yep, you
Have
too.
a great walk.
I will.
It'll be a hell of a walk today.
So I just got done hiking from Lamoille Canyon to Soldier Creek Trailhead with Cody Terrace, one of the guys I met on the 4th of July. Had a absolutely awesome time last day. Just having somebody to hike with and you know, share the experience with, even if it wasn't the greatest section of trail, was just really awesome. And you know, for a trail like this, when you're doing the whole thing by yourself, any kind of human contact like that, it's just great. Have a little bit of camaraderie and just somebody to joke around and have fun with.
Yeah, for the last 20 miles or so, the high country has just been too rugged to do any kind of continuous walk along the ridgeline. And now here the terrain is allowing me to make my way back up to the crest of the Rubies. Should be able to get up and over the crest today, and hoping to start working my way towards the East Humboldt Range this evening.
Here's a weird little structure. Looked like part of a Frisbee golf course or something like that. Boy, it's a funky looking thing. You gotta wonder what exactly this thing does. And there's this gravestone here, Uncle Jay. Oh, a bit wobbly. Ah, these ones are all underwater. Let's jump for it. All right. Oh yeah, there's the soaking pool right there. That's where you want to take a bath. Between yesterday and this morning, I crossed probably a good 10 streams. So I'm gonna enjoy that benefit for the rest of today, probably the next 2 days or so. Then after that, back into the bone dry desert for a while. So it looks like there's a bit of potential for caves up there. Fortunately, it's just a bit too far out of my way to just run up there and check them out. There's one kind of like right up there. I'm on a legitimate trail now, and the canyon definitely narrows here, so it should be pretty beautiful. I think anytime you get like a box canyon, narrow canyon, as long as the route through it is good, it's generally a pretty nice hike. This is nice. This is starting to get like very jungle-like, jungle-esque. Man, is it hot now. The creek's down there. It's too steep and thick to get down to it. Now it's time to head up to the crest of the Ruby Range once again. So once I get up to the top, follow that northbound for a little while. So unfortunately there's a trail that goes up this way, but I need to go up this way, and of course there's no trail. It's only 1,000-foot bushwhack uphill. No biggie, right? Just sagebrush. Ow. That was a stabber. Come on. I just got up to the hillside here, and lo and behold, there's a trail. It's absolutely absurd. There was a trail going this way, definitely not this way when I was down there in that valley. And you know, you can't see it from the angle that you're at. Oh man, I'm so glad I found this trail. The bushwhacking aspect of this hike is kind of wearing on me. I just want to walk a trail, and if you know you have to bushwhack, it's one thing, but when you expect a trail to be there on the map and it's not, it's rough. Almost at the top of the crest here. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the top of the pass. Soldier Peak over there, so I don't know, maybe you could call it Soldier Pass. There's no name on the map. And over there is the East Humboldt Range, where I'm going next. It's moments like these that make through hiking, just so worth it, really. Very rarely do you get to walk just like a flat, easy, level trail with great views like this. Life is great. Life is good. Taking a little break up here on this mountainside before I head down to the valley down below. And I'm going to walk this ridgeline a little ways longer and find my way down. So I'll definitely be out of the Ruby Mountains tonight. And then that range over there is the East Humboldt Range. And maybe I can make it a little ways up into one of the lower canyons this evening. Of course, it's nice and windy up here. That's pretty typical for a ridgeline. Pretty typical for Nevada. You know, I expected a lot of the ridgelines in Nevada to be like this, you know, pretty easy walking, flat, rocky, but just pretty open, you know? And honestly, it hasn't been the case. It's been really tough. I'm just kind of thankful for an easy off-trail ridge walk for once. So that's Secret Peak right there, but I'm not going quite that far. What I'm gonna do is follow this ridge line down a ways, and then one of these ridge lines over here is gonna take me down to the valley below. And my map basically shows I'm on the trail, and this is what she looks like.
All right, made it out with only one wound. I'm going to consider that a success.
So I've made it to the ridgeline where a trail is marked heading down, and what do you know, there's nothing. It just gets really old, you know, having all these trails marked on the map and then they don't exist. And it's basically like playing, you know, trail roulette. You know, spin the wheel. Will you get a trail or not? Yeah, there's a pronghorn right there. Well, maybe it's a mule deer. Yeah, actually kind of looks like a mule deer. Yep, there he goes, prancing off. I've done a lot of horrible bushwhacks on this trip, but I think this one's going to be the worst. It's so thick and it's so long. Oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. I don't really have any other option, but this just doesn't look possible. So, I mean, I don't know if I can just step on trees like this the whole way down. It's not going to work. I backtrack slightly, and for the moment, there appears to be a small path here. Wow, it actually does appear to be a trail. It's just super overgrown. Oh. God damn it. Freaking hit my head on this stupid branch. This sucks. Okay. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Ow! Of course, I just say that and get a freaking sagebrush scraper. Back up at the shit I just came through. That is just silly. What kind of nightmare awaits me next? Come on, man. Can I catch a break? Well, I just walked through that. That's absolutely terrible. Gotta check myself for ticks. Man, every section's gotta have one bushwhack that, you know, would basically otherwise be the worst of your life if you hadn't already done the rest of Basin and Range Trail. And we've got this box, and it's full of dirt. So, okay, we'll leave that be. Well, there's the road right there. That one wasn't on the map. It's running right down that ridgeline. So, that's what I'm going for. Anything to get off of this. And it doesn't seem to be a whole lot better than what I was already walking. Man, is it overgrown. The deer must love this area. I've already seen two. And it doesn't look like this area gets a lot of human use. There's like no 4x4 tracks here. I haven't seen any garbage. Another creek. And this is the road I was following earlier. Came to a gate and then went through the gate, and then the road was really good after that. I think I'm on a private ranch now. There's a bunch of cows. So I'm trying to work my way through this ranch as fast as possible. Not get seen, not get trampled by cows. Get to a main road. The adventures of through hiking, I tell you what, it's always something. So I'm almost out of this ranch. I saw this fence from a long ways away. I thought I was gonna have to climb it. It just stops right there. Never thought I'd say what a relief I'm on this paved road, but it kind of is. I can stop stressing out about being on that ranch. And I've got about maybe an hour's walk until I get back to public land and I can get off this road. So I'm officially done with the rubies. It's a good feeling. Finished up another mountain range. And so you got this sign here, and it's kind of confusing. It says private property, then National Forest 1 mile. So I don't know. This is kind of where I need to go. I see National Forest land is up 1 mile, but you have to pass through private property. The sign's confusing. I know people put those signs up to keep people out, even though they technically can't. They just do it. So there's no one around. I'm doing it. I'm ready to camp. And of course, stuck in Cow City over here. Moo! Moo! So I think this hill is going to be my campsite. Got plenty of flat ground here. And nice view of the mountains where I'm headed up tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's where they place the salt licks. So this is going to be like cow central. You couldn't already tell from all the cow shit. Cows were very active last night, moaning and groaning like zombies. They say a cow goes moo, but a cow goes not moo. Reach this gate, no trespassing, no hunting. And the problem is, like a lot of these places, it's like I'm on National Forest land here. The other side of this gate's private land, and then just like a couple miles up, it's National Forest land again. So I don't know how you own this block of land in the middle of National Forest land. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go through it. After I meet back up with National Forest land again, I got some serious doubts that the trail that I'd like to hike is going to actually exist, considering passing through private land here. I mean, how would it get maintained if no one can access it?
You know, the top 1,000 feet, there's a fair amount of them up here.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I still haven't seen one, even in the rubies.
it's kind of surprising you didn't see any, but the main Crest Trail, it gets enough traffic that it just hasn't kind of pushed off.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, man.
All right, well,
Nice talking to you. You too. Well, that was an interesting little encounter. I could hear his quad coming and everything, and I'm on private property right now. So I was assuming it was the landowner, and it's a Nevada Department of Wildlife guy. He says, "Hey, how you doing? You know this is private property, right? I'm not the landowner, but you know you're not supposed to be here." And I said, "Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. What I'm doing is I'm hiking across Nevada. I got all the way to this fence, and I saw it said private property, and basically I just come too far, and I went for it." And he was super cool about it. We talked for, oh boy, 20, 30 minutes. He's on his way up to pick up a goat head, dead goat or something. So, you know, have fun with that. So the NDOW guy, Nevada Department of Wildlife, he says, I told him where I was going. He said, yeah, there's not going to be any trail up there. So it was kind of funny because he confirmed exactly what I thought. Mother and her fawn right there. I've climbed some elevation now. I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of where the majority of the cows are, a little bit above them. Nice flowing creek, and I believe there's a spring up there, so they do like to shit right on the source of a spring. That's their favorite thing to do. And these mosquitoes are absolutely horrendous. I just had one fly into the corner of my eye. And up we go. Time to climb. Oh wow. That's what I'm talking about. And I need to take this canyon here, which is going to take me up to First Boulder Creek. So now the bushwhack begins. Man, absolutely beautiful. And starting a climb like this is always pretty daunting to me. Through all this thick brush, bushwhacking, big climb. It's just, you know it's going to be hard work. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to suck it up and just kind of take the beating the mountain gives to you. There has been a very faint trail to follow. Sometimes more faint than others, but there's been a couple of cairns, so that's a great sign. It's a really, really great sign. Even a faint trail is better than nothing. Yeah, now that I'm closer to these peaks, you kind of see these like craggy fingers sticking up. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, this is pretty nice. And flies just been horrible last week or so, really. They've really come out. So this is First Boulder Lake, and there's First Boulder Creek, and then over these ridges you got a series of drainages that kind of run like fingers, and there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 Boulder Creeks. So I got to go through 4 Boulder Creeks today. Well, that's 1 Boulder Creek down. Let's go check out 3 more Boulder Creeks. Well, I was on a nice trail, and then it just disappeared. I'll find it again eventually. Where is that trail? Goodbye, trail. We'll meet again someday, I hope.
We're back. I found her. Don't wander off on me like that again, trail. I don't want to have to come looking for you.
And that's second Boulder Creek down there. Dose Boulder Creek, Boulder Creek Jr., Boulder Creek 2.0. Well, that didn't take long. Lost the trail already. And now I'm guessing. I have no idea where this trail went. Boy, I sure hope this isn't the way. This looks pretty thick. This can't be it. Too thick. Oh man, it's all wet under here too. I don't really want to be doing that. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. We don't want to do that. No, wow, that's terrible. It's all terrible. It is all very terrible. I can't imagine this being the way. But I'm pretty committed to this horrible route. Hanging on to the next tree so I don't fall. Oh, it's got branch slapped in the face. And it's just getting steep now. And this one's a bit tougher than I thought from the map. Definitely be break time when I get down there. I could use the water and the brake. Just incredible views though, man. I can't get over this. Hard work, but you get something for it, that's for sure. All right, let's check out third Boulder Creek. 2 Boulder Creeks wasn't enough for me today, so I need to have a look at a third. And all these Boulder Creeks kind of remind me of George Foreman, how he named all his kids George.
And this is third Boulder Creek. Boulder Creek 3 of 4.
Ooh, this ground is soft. It's like the take your shoe stuff. This tree growing over this rock, it's crazy. All of the roots just go right over the rock. It has none of the properties of a trail. Free of brush, clear path, easy walking. All right, I found some cairns. I don't know how meaningful that is just yet. See, and then it just leads you into the woods. Thick woods. Come on, man. This is a trail? Come on. My feet are, that's water, that's mud. Shoe full of mud. Well, that trail's a waste of time. I'm not gonna be routed through a freaking swamp. I'll just walk up there myself. Damn. And now it's getting steep. I can barely walk on 2 legs. Almost need my hands. Last like 100 feet, there's a trail. Doesn't do me a whole lot of good. Need a trail to find the top. This is the view of 4th Boulder Creek. And I know the trail on this one is supposed to follow this hillside for quite a ways. So I'm thinking it kind of goes down this way and then very long route up to the top of that. Well, that's an impressive rock wall right there. Been saying that a lot. I'm pretty impressed with just the beauty of this place. But the difficulty is definitely greater than I was expecting. Hey, look, a sign. There's no trail to follow anyway. Oh, East Humboldt Highline. Hey, might as well just spin the sign. Choose the direction.
So the trail on the map, it goes all the way around like the midsection of this rock face to that pass. Like right there in between those 2 knobs.
The trail is not going to exist, I know it. It's 5 o'clock now. I could see that taking till dark to do that whole thing. That's absolutely committing. I don't even see a line. I see nothing. I know there's no trail there. You know, like I've already done 3 other Boulder Creeks. I know how the Boulder Creeks operate. So I'm gonna follow the creek down, but I'm gonna get to that point below the saddle and then consider just trying to bushwhack my way up. Well, I did have a couple of cairns to follow, but even those have disappeared. So I've got no cairns, no trail. I have to check my maps again. That's a good 600 feet at least. A lot of thick brush. And it's actually pretty steep. So now I'm following these ledges and just trying to kind of zigzag my way down. It's actually 1,000 feet from the bottom all the way to the top up there. So if I do it, it's going to be quite a challenge. You know, you think sage is bad. Sage is generally short. And you just kind of, you know, scrape up your legs and get through it. But this stuff is, you know, as tall as you, taller than you, thicker, a lot thicker than sage. And you can just kind of see how thick this stuff is. And remember, this is supposed to be a trail. That's a scary thing, you know. This says trail on the map. I'm across the creek and approaching the base of the climb. Have a look at it. It doesn't look fun. Oh man, it sucks. Actually, these are like thorn bushes and stuff too. It just didn't look this thick from the other side. Here's a skull. Here's the rest of them. Well, I guess I'm doing it because I'm already like 200 foot up this thing. So we gotta like grab branches to help climb up steep slopes. Just going straight up 1,000 feet of thick brush. I've never done this. I've done a lot of bushwhacking, especially on this trail, but nothing like this. Look at what I've come up so far. I'm making progress. I think I've made maybe 400 feet of progress out of 1,000. And I'm kind of going through the steepest part right now. It's still really steep. I just fell a couple of times. Now I can see the top, so I'm getting there. And thankfully this is all old growth and not the that new growth stuff. Oh man, that aspen just grows in so thick. Man, words just can't describe how intense, what an intense workout it is to climb up, straight up a mountainside like that through thick brush. That's what I'm talking about. In your face, First Boulder Creek. 1,000 feet straight up through all that thick brush. Now I gotta find my way down.
Man, am I glad to be done with that. When I looked at that climb from the bottom, I thought, no frickin' way is that possible.
Kick some steps. Heavy micro spikes. Whoa. Yeah, we can just slide down this one. Whee! Whoa. Talk about intense, man. That's fucking nuts. I never want to do that again. Freaking nuts. Woo! Woo! Oh man, and I'm so hungry right now. Oh man, I just need to, maybe I do need to stop and eat and take a break.
Well, this would be an awesome campsite, but I'm out of water now. Need to make it downhill to collect some.
It's only 7:20, so I've got another a little over an hour of daylight left, so I'm gonna have to try and utilize that, cover more miles. I already feel like I'm behind. Oh, for me, there's nothing worse than getting your feet wet right before bedtime. Got my feet wet a little bit earlier, and they dried out. I just got my water for the night topped off, and now I'm on this like super muddy trail. It's been like this everywhere for the last half mile. Just really hoping I can get through this without losing a shoe and get to somewhere with solid ground that is not a swamp, so I can set my tent up for the night. All right, back on solid ground for the moment anyway. Yeah, and just look back at the way I came. Somewhere in that muddy mess, there's a trail that goes this way, and I missed it. So now I gotta go back uphill. Man, it's always something. It's 8:05 now, so I don't have that much daylight. I've got about a half hour max, and this area is not good for camping. And are you surprised? The trail on the map goes through this thick brush. This is where the trail goes, East Humboldt Highline Trail, right through Aspen Hell. Poke your eye out for us too. Just cleaned my legs in a stream thinking I was done for the night. And it's just another wall of aspen down there. There's another creek. I can't go down there tonight. I don't have enough time. And there's nowhere to camp here. Pretty much f***ed. I'm getting extremely tired of this place. The East Humboldts have been way harder than I anticipated. All I want to do is just go to bed. There's nowhere to put up a tent. Well, nowhere to camp. So I'm gonna have to try and make this area work. Cowboy camp. Yeah, so this is it. I'm gonna cowboy camp here tonight. It's not too bad, but definitely not ideal. Honestly, this East Humboldt Highline Trail just isn't working out. I've got a lot of ground to cover, and it just doesn't seem to exist. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go down to the valley tomorrow and just walk around these mountains. This is there's no sense fighting it, you know. The trail doesn't exist, so I'm gonna give it some thought overnight. But I'm pretty sure I think I'm just done with this mountain range.
It's actually a really cold night last night. Cowboy camping is always a little bit colder than the tent, but just kind of waiting for that sun to come up over the mountain over there so I can get a little warmth to put my shorts on. And I just got woken up a few minutes ago by this animal sound going, and I kind of popped my head up out of my bag and I'm looking around, and sure enough, I see a stupid cow walking up there on the trail. Stupid cows.
Let's
It's always such a relief to feel the warmth of the sun. You just kind of go from cold, freezing cold to this is all right in a matter of minutes. So this is pretty all right now. So I had a chance to look at my maps last night. Problem is, I've got a couple different maps, and each map shows different trails in different locations. So I'm looking at one map that says there's a trail that goes here where I am and then follows this hillside around. And then I've got another map that shows that the trail goes downhill and then cuts around, avoids all these aspen trees like I was barreling through last night. So what I'm going to do is go downhill and get to the intersection of where the one trail is supposed to go this way. And if it looks like a decent trail, I may follow it. Like a bushwhack in the morning. Start your day off right. Which way to go? Which way to go? Yeah, I've just learned now, anytime I see aspens on the hillside, run as far away as you can. Avoid at all costs. The stampede of cows just taking down aspen trees. So last night I walked to right before this clearing here before I realized, the trail I wanted to follow that was on my map, stays a little bit higher up on the hillside, so I backtracked. Had I gone just a little bit further, I would have come to this clearing here, which would have been an ideal camp spot, really. I mean, I say ideal, it smells like cow shit and there's a bunch of cows around. But besides that, beautiful view, great spot to put your tent. Okay, so now I'm following the trail downhill that was on my map. And the trail is nowhere near where it shows on the map. It's just going way off on this hillside somewhere. Man, the East Humboldt Range is basically unhikeable. Trails don't correlate with the maps, and I've had it with this range. This trail I'm on, this path I'm on, it's a pretty decent path, and it's just not on my map. And either way, it's gonna take me to a road. I'm gonna walk my happy ass around this nightmare of a mountain range. It's a shame, it's so beautiful. Alright, so I'm at the top of this ridgeline here, hoping for a path down from here. Yeah, and I see a dirt road, along that ridgeline there. It's kind of like checkerboard land when you look at the map. It's like national forest land and private land. And it just kind of weaves in between both. And really, no matter which way I take, I'm gonna have to go through somebody's property to get out to the main road, I think. Only problem is, oh man, now I can see it. Yeah, I got a pretty thick stand of aspens and trees and everything down there standing in my way. So far I'm in luck. I stumbled on this old Jeep trail. I don't know how long it's gonna last, if it's gonna go where I want it to go, but I'm following it for now. Ooh, and let's look back at the way I came. You can just see how thick this is. I mean, it's really unlike, most of the other mountain ranges in Nevada. When I plan to hike off trail, I plan for it to be a little bit more, sparsely vegetated, not a thick jungle like that. So that's the difference between this range and the other ranges. Even like the Table Mountains, they had patches of aspen trees and stuff, but not like this. I mean, you're talking an entire full hillside, just solid aspen trees and thick undergrowth. I don't see any private property signs. So, keep going. I still have to get past this gauntlet of private property, get to a main road.
First one I've seen with a rope on it. And because the angle, you can't just pull this one off because it's already tight where it is. The tension comes from the knot. I'm probably not quite the knotsman as the rancher who tied this. And looking back all the way over there, the snow-capped peaks, that's the Rubies. It was kind of cool to look back at where I came from. So I was following this road and I just checked where I was, and it shows I'm just off in the middle of the field. And even this road, this segment of the road doesn't exist on my map. That's just nuts. It's a main road for the area. So now the road's getting pretty close to the highway, and I'm approaching all these ranches and homes. Don't forget to look both ways before you cross the road. Well, you gonna run or are you just gonna look?
Oh no, you're separated from the herd. What are you gonna do? Take a defensive stance behind the sagebrush. Good call, buddy.
Oh, it's a nice creek. I'm sure it's safe to drink from. Sorry guys, I regret to inform you that the threat remains. I'm still approaching. Take the appropriate action. Whatever you deem necessary to survive. So I'm finally down off the mountains, and now I'm walking through like all these ranches here. Still haven't seen a single sign that says private property. I'm gonna be on this quite a while. Exciting and hot. Oh, and look, no shoulder. I got my bounce box and now on my way to rest up at the Rest Inn.
Thanks for watching. I hope I've earned your subscription and a thumbs up. Visit basinandrangetrail.com for official maps and guidebook, follow Seeking Lost on social media, and consider lending your support on Patreon if you would like to see more quality outdoor content.